Hey friend, it's 4 a.m. so we're about to go run 11 miles. Happy to take you with me in Japan. Today we're going to run through Todoroki Ravine as well as along the Futaka Tamagawa River. Because it's 4 a.m. it's dark, so the footage in the first, I don't know, maybe 3 miles is going to be probably pretty shaky. But then we should catch a sunrise over the river, which is awesome. So hope you have a good one. I might chat or not. I've never done one of these videos before. But yeah, let's get going. I got a poppy on my head. I've also never run with a GoPro on my head, so we'll see how well this holds. And it's raining pretty fierce right now, so we shall see. All right. Everything feels pretty snug. Let me turn my tracker on. Not super enthusiastic about today. It's cold and it's wet.
Begin workout.
All right. And this lovely voice will tell us where we're going. I am going to use a flashlight though, so that I don't die. Let's see. All right. This area is wet and dark. There's a couple spots along here that are really sketch, but you should get some nice river sounds with a heavy rain. Now, I'm not the fastest, so we're gonna be running around 11 50-minute miles. So if you're faster than that, enjoy your run. I saw this person that does like treadmill running videos to like inspire people. So if you want to pretend you woke up at 4 in Japan and ran along a river, go for it. Oh yeah, that's a lot today. River's moving. Ah. Yeah, so there's a ravine down that way. So if I fell, especially on the narrows, that's a good, I don't know, 12-foot drop. But there's lower spots, so I could climb out if I had to. All right. Oh man, it's high. I've never seen it that high. Well, I ran in a typhoon once, but that looks like the highest I've seen it. We do have a thunderstorm advisory today. I'm okay with some risk, but be safe. Whew. Ah, ah, puddle running. Ah. Wet socks. More wet socks, here we go.
I think for me, running long distance, like, the hardest part is sometimes like the first 2 miles. I mean, it's all hard, but like for the first 2 miles, that's the point where I get to prove to myself that I want to be out here and that I can do this, that I'm not going to get injured, that I can actually find good, safe form. Put our phone in our pocket. And let's lock it in. So yeah, that area had some sketchy steps. And we should get a sunrise soon. And my goodness, I hope it has some heat, because it is cold and wet. Yeah, we can relax, settle into a pace. So we're basically following this river out to a larger one. Why am I gassed? Maybe I'm talking too much. Here's the most hated stairs on my run. Well, actually, the ones near the bridge are pretty rough too. use a crosswalk unless it's 4 a.m. All right, it's official, y'all. We finally have wet socks. Great. It's just great. Both my ankles are super wobbly today, which is like, it means we're more prone to a rolled ankle. So I've been trying to stretch them and roll them out, but they're still grumpy. Oh man, here's a lake. Oh no. Let's go left side. It's still gonna be wet. Oh. That wasn't that bad. So, we use miles as our metric. So we should be close to mile 1. Now, if you're starting running, kilometers might be the way to go. Just because they're smaller units. So you don't have to like emotionally brace for 12 minutes of hard to get where you're trying to go. You can run a kilometer.
It's 1 mile.
Oh.
Total time 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Split pace 12 minutes and 31 seconds per mile.
Perfect. That's a little slow, but I was messing around on the stairs with the flashlight. Yeah, kilometers are a nice, smaller distance. So you can probably run, let's see, 3-2. It's like 3-2-1 kilometers. Or sorry, 3-2-1 miles. It's a 5K. So each kilometer should take you like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So it's a little smaller, a little more manageable. Ugh. I'll tell you what though, like, avoiding these puddles, it's gonna get exhausting. It's a lot more left, right than I want. So eventually, we'll end up on that side of the river. But we gotta get way the heck out there to that bridge and out to that city across the water. But we should get a nice view of the water right at sunrise. But that blue bridge, it's deceptive because there's like another bridge for a train right in front of it. So it always looks closer than it is. Oh my gosh, how do people talk and run? I've seen videos of David Goggins do it. But he's a different kind of monster. Stay hard. But I'm soft. I'm like a pillow. Whew, my quads are sore today. Yeah, at this point into it, most of the fatigue is in my shins, my ankles, a little bit in the glutes, because I haven't really like worn myself into a routine. Because once I find that rhythm, I'm normally pretty good until mile 5 or 6, but I'm not there yet. So there's a lot of strain. Also, I do have a camera on my head, so I can tell my form is like leaning back. Or if I get a natural, comfortable stride, you'll be looking at the dirt. That's something I gotta figure out. How to run with good form and still provide you with an interesting perspective for your own run on a sad treadmill. But nature smells nice, so that's good. We got that going for us. So we're probably at maybe 3K, 3 kilometers, pushing towards mile 2. Is that right? Is that how that works? I gotta look at the conversion. Oh yeah, I got all kinds of problems. I got knee problems. I got lower back problems. I got anxiety. I normally start most of my runs a little bit scared. Scared to push myself. Scared to get out here. Scared that I won't be able to run the whole thing. Scared that I'm gonna have to call my wife, have her pick me up. Scared that I'm gonna slip, roll an ankle. Scared that I won't have the cardio. Whew. Here we go. Ugh. Wet. So I run scared. A lot of it. It's one of the reasons I do line running as opposed to loop running. Two terms I've coined. Loop running is when you draw a loop and you start at one side, run around and go to the other. And each time you try to run farther, you make a bigger loop. Problem with loop running, for me, is it's easy to cheat. I always want to turn back sooner, make a smaller loop. And it's harder to push myself to broaden out the loop each week because I have this doubt that I can't finish it. Now, the distance is the same. But with line running, I basically always go the same path. It's always straight. And then each week, I only go 0.5 miles, which is about a kilometer farther. But what's helpful with this is I'm always on the same path. I can always gauge where's my energy compared to last week. How did I feel at mile 4? How do I feel at mile 4 today? It always looks the same. And then when I get close,
Distance 2 miles. Total time 24 minutes and 13 seconds. Split pace 11 minutes 41 seconds
there you
per
go.
mile.
Pace is a little fast. I'd rather be at 11:50. So I'm gonna drop it a smidge. But I always go a little farther as I catch my breathing. Because at that halfway mark, I can start to get in the mindset of, oh, I can add 0.5. And when I add 0.5, oh, crap. When I add 0.5, it's at the hardest part of the run, right? But I'm like, I can squeeze out a little bit more. And when you hit the halfway mark of that 0.5 that you added, you're like, oh, I can get the rest of the 0.5 because you're at like 0.25 miles. So you're really adding like, I don't know, 6 more minutes of effort to go a little farther. Or at least that's what I like subconsciously trick myself into thinking. There we go, there's some double inhales. But in reality, and we all know this, like if you go an extra 0.5 miles farther, well, you gotta run that 0.5 miles back. So teach your brain into adding a mile, and then once you get back to that previous halfway return point, mentally you're like, well, I know what these last 5 miles feel like, so I can get home. At least that's the mindset. Doesn't always work, you know. Sometimes I gotta walk. Sometimes I have the discretion not to add 0.5. Sometimes I know my own tricks and say, nah, not today. So we'll see. So for us, the halfway mark of last week is 0.5 miles. Sorry, it's 5 miles. Because last week we did 10. We're at 2, so we're a fifth of the way there. Woo! Man, the river's high today. So today our halfway is 5. The goal of today's workout is 11 miles. Next week would be 12. Following week, we'll probably bring it down to something light, like 7. And then the following weekend's the half marathon, which is 13.6 or 13.1, sorry. There's my bridge. There it is. It's all mine. We earned it. So we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling at mile 5. But regardless of how we feel, if safe and possible, whew, if safe and possible, we will try to extend to 5.5 miles, which is easy. But in reality, we get that 0.5 back and we'll be at 11. And the next week, we'll push it out to another 0.5 miles each way. And we'll get that 12. At least that's the mindset. We'll see about the execution. That bro's running with an umbrella. Respect. He still has wet feet though. Not sure I get that. Alright. Hate this hill. Whew. I'm gonna focus on breathing for a bit. A little bit more hill. That bridge is pretty high. I'm gonna do a couple doubles. Okay. Whew. It's the view, man. Get your head right. Oh, the lights turned off. Happy sunrise. At the bottom of the hill, we'll hit like a gooey packet. Because we'll be just over 2 miles. I normally take them every 2. Just focusing on breathing. I don't run with people, so I don't know how to carry a conversation. So I feel much more gassed than I normally would at 2 miles. But we do need to talk about what we just saw. Now in Japan, most people don't like rain. Now you might be saying like, most people don't like rain in general. They don't want to be wet. But I will say, it's a little heightened in Japan. Like if there's a mist, the umbrellas come out. We're in the US, like, you go to Target and it starts raining. You're like, crap, I'm gonna get wet. And you run out to the car and you get wet. And you sit in your car and you're wet. But it's life. Life sucks. In Japan, if you're at Target and it's raining, well, there's no Target in Japan, but you walk back into a convenience store, which is next door, because it's all city, and you buy yourself an umbrella. They always buy umbrellas, and they're everywhere, because Lord forbid you melt in the rain. So my willingness to get a little bit wet or damp does surprise some of my Japanese colleagues. All right, let's get a gooey packet now that we're in the flat zone. What are we thinking? We got lots of flavors today. We got chocolate. We got wild berry. We got strawberry banana. And we have tastefully nude, which has no flavor. It's my first time with this one, so I'm gonna try it, see if it's truly tasteful. Gotta get my breathing. thumbs up. Yeah. It's so hard to chew and breathe. Oh my gosh. It's so sticky. All right.
Total distance 3 miles.
Woo!
Total time 36 minutes and 36
Also, woo.
Split is 12 minutes 22 seconds per mile.
Yeah, a little slow. Talking too much. The sounds. I'm not a nose breather, so that's a hard part for me. That's why when I drink water, I almost always drown. Okay, maybe that's a little extreme. Okay, squeeze that out. Yay! All right, well, we're 3 miles in, which means we're a quarter of the way there. I shortened my stride a little bit just to get some control. We're gonna actively seek what I call the throttle pace. The throttle pace is when you realize your breathing's climbing, your legs are tired, and you just sink. You sink into it. You find that lower intensity, enduring pace. Problem with the throttle pace is it takes longer. So it becomes like a mindset thing where you have to start to orient yourself to the fact that you're going to be in the journey for another hour or so. And that's hard, right? Because we all want to fight to get up to the next thing. I really try not to run in a hurry. When I run, it's a process. It's a process the week before. It's a process my current emotional and spiritual state. But also process like vision, where I want to go, to reconcile what the world and my family needs of me, and reconcile that with what I can actually give. So running provides a space for deep processing and reflection and uncomfortable silence. So maybe we're at 3.5 miles. We're gonna push up towards 4 and 5. So I think I'm gonna give you a mile to process, and I'll be quiet. Besides breathing and wheezing. And then when we get up near 5, I'll come back. But if you're working out right now, running along with me, just focus on your breath. Focus on doing a body check. How you feel. How everything's doing. Where there's discomfort. Where there's fatigue. Work through all the I don't want to's. Both the ones in this workout right now, but all the other things in your life too. And just see where you can find the I cans, or I will, or I'm able, and then do it. All right, see you in a little bit, friends. Enjoy the run. So you've hopefully had 6 minutes of reflection. I'm gonna give you another 10. We'll chat right around mile 5. Enjoy the view. Enjoy your thoughts. We started over there. Todoroki Ravine is across that blue gate. So we're almost as far out from home as we will be. sorry, y'all. I didn't forget you. I know you're still going. I'm just trying to push myself. There's more wind, more rain. I'm sore. So I'm just focusing on breathing and form. Keeping my mind right. Telling myself, I don't need to walk. Yes, we're tired. That's great. But if we put in the work today, the half marathon in 3 weeks won't suck so bad. Like the first one we did. And actually the first one we did started right here and we ran that way. I did a half marathon along the river going that way, going that way. It was great. It sucked, just like today. But I will say, I was not trained up well for that one. Like my first 5 miles were pretty clean, but immediately things got shaky, and then it went into serving others. You're gonna show up better with your family, which in my opinion is your first mission, right? But you can't show up in those spaces if you're destroyed by back pain and fatigue and lack of wellness. You can't play volleyball with your kids if you don't have safe mobility, right? So as you get older, your goals got to change. You got to push towards overall holistic health and wellness as opposed to external aesthetics. Some of you, external aesthetics might be possible. It might be something you can pursue. If you really want abs, go get them. But for most of you, you should be looking for like that goal of, man, I really wish I could go for a 5K walk with my kids, or an 8K bike ride with my family. I wish I could really run around with them during their soccer practice and not be absolutely winded and wheezing and sweating. I want to move with my grandkids, you know? That's the mindset I'm trying to find. And normally, this is like an internal mindset. I got 2 fully compressed discs in my back, my lower back, my L4, my L5. I was waking up every day with severe back pain, sciatica on the right side. Every month I was getting epidural injections in my lower back. You know, and for me, the risk of a spinal fusion is super high, because when those discs, oh, sucks. 12, a little slow, but you know, we're still moving. That's only like a, I don't know, 30-second drop in pace, but it's not a stop in pace, and that's key. But yeah, man, I had lots of back issues, and I still do. I still have the same back, but for me, like, I wanted to find a way to get my back and my pain under control without the need for consistent epidurals without the need of spinal surgery. And it's really about building strength in my core and in my back, building endurance, fixing posture, increasing my healthy movement, safe range of motion. And finding a fitness goal like a half marathon, that was hard. I started going to physical training once a week, pushing a sled, doing things I used to do in high school. And I've done a lot of physical therapy, like 3 to 5 years of it. And now symptoms are under control. Maybe someday I need the surgery, right? And there's interventions between epidural and a full spinal fusion. But like in my early 30s, I'm 31, like I don't even want to be touching that. I don't want to be cutting through my back muscle unless it's necessary. And all these decisions were shaped and guided by me, but also shaped and guided by my physical therapist and the path he got me on. They're shaped and guided by my primary care physician, my spinal surgeon specialist. You know, we probably did a total of 5 or 6 epidurals, which reduces inflammation, at 1 or 2 month intervals, while trying to eat different, exercising consistently, building strength. And I'll tell you what, like, quality of my sleep improved. I only wake up in back pain if I don't exercise for 3 to 4 days, and I sit all day, and I eat garbage, which I do. I do all those things, by the way. But when I make the right healthy choices, man, I hold up pretty well. But I've been on this journey for years, and I've been on this plan with a primary care physician, a physical therapist, and an online personal trainer named Musa Boot. Shout out to Musa Boot from Canada. Like, all these people are shaping my journey so that the journey's really mine, right? Over time, I'm the one that has to lift. I'm the one that has to run. I'm the one that has to stretch and do plyometrics and push a sled. But I'm also the one that gets to live with the mobility. I'm the one that gets to live with that range of motion. I'm the one that gets to run with my kids and grandkids. Or I'm the one that gets to live with back pain. I'm the one that gets to have my right leg with pins and needles every day on fire because of sciatica. I'm the one that gets drop foot. Basically, if you have more and more pressure on your spinal cord, you get that pins and needles down your hip and down to your knee, which I have. If it continues to escalate, eventually you lose the control of lifting your toe while you run. So your foot drops. It makes it, you can still run, but you fall a lot more because you catch your toe on stuff. I've had it. It's very sporadic, but I met someone in their 50s who also likes to run, and they have to actively run with drop foot because they weren't able to get their back under control. They didn't take elective surgery when they were supposed to, and now they're living with the symptoms. They have that permanent, really, disability, you know, and that could be me someday. And they're still showing up, taking care of themselves. But like, I hear those stories and I want to avoid it if possible. So that's why. That is my why. That is why I'm with you. Why you're perched on my head and we're running 11 miles together. Because we're working towards a goal. But I'm a heavier guy. I have back and knee issues. I have a lot of risks. So I run very careful. I trained up to this gradually, safely. And I know the certain triggers that would make me stop right now. And I have the discretion to do that. I have done it. Because if I let ego cut in, I will permanently damage my body. But there's a line between ego and permanent damage. No effort, or, you know, completely helpless. And kind of that sweet spot of push. You gotta find the sweet spot. I took my mindset to like body positivity and fitness discipline is somewhere between Dave Goggins and Lizzo. Like, you gotta learn how to love your body and yourself right where you're at. And and you gotta find that reasonable goal that's measurable, that you can get to. And you're gonna have to change or shift something or push a little bit if you're ever gonna get there. And then when you get there, you set a harder goal, push a little farther. But you still gotta love yourself and your body along the whole continuum. I hate my back pain, but I'm thankful that I have mobility, that I can get out and do these things. And I can do them safely. Right? So find that balance. But some of you might have to wake up and recognize that you're 35. So if your goal is to be as fit and athletic, and I'll say as aesthetic as your 19-year-old self, throw that goal in the trash. You could pull that out in a couple of years if you're on a good path. But regressive goals of, I wish I was like I was, it's hard. The body's always going to shift. It's always going to change. And for some of you, that won't be feasible. For some of you, you've had 1 or 2 or 3 kids. And your body's not going to regress to what it was. The body stores more fat as you get older. Those life moments change things. So adjust your goals. I want to be able to jog a 5K safely, without injury, to show myself, even at 35, I can move my body in a healthy, productive way. And then work towards that goal for 6-7 weeks. That's where the mindset is. But talking too much. Keep her going. Keep it moving. Hopefully though, this is encouraging and not demotivating. And I'm talking to myself on this journey as well, friends. So keep that in mind. Alright, let me give you a little bit more focus time. I'm losing form a little bit. And I can also tell pace-wise, I'm racing because I'm fatigued. And if I let my body keep going that way, it's gonna be a lot harder for me to finish with a consistent pace. So, I don't know, maybe we'll work towards the bridge and I'll kind of let you enjoy another round of quiet time, focused breathing, process reflection.
Total distance 7 miles.
7
Total time 1 hour 24 minutes and 36
hour 24.
seconds. Pace 12 minutes 2 seconds per mile.
12:02. Hey, that's really good though. But I can tell I'm having a hard time holding it. So we're at 7 miles. Let me run up to 8. You can enjoy a breeze. We've been spared from rain for a little bit. Focus back in on my double breathing, and I'll probably take a gooey packet. So enjoy, friends. Let's check in at 8. And then we'll only have 3 left. Ain't nothing but a peanut. All right. Let's celebrate 8 miles. Let's celebrate with the strawberry banana. It's the best one. Imported from America through my father-in-law. Shout out to George, father-in-law of the deer of the year. Cheers. Hey friends, GoPro shut off at like right at the 8-mile mark, so we got 3 miles left. Lo and behold, I'm walking. Changing a battery while running wasn't possible. I'm gonna pop you back in my head and see if I could get going again. Here we go. Fix my headband. All right. But I didn't have to use a bathroom to swap it. There's like just enough of a lull in the rain. All right, you ready? Do we want to run again? All right, lock in the pace, Joe. I hope you enjoyed that that nice 12 minutes or so of silence. Besides, I mean, the rain, the wind, my wheezing, periodic traffic noise. Finding like silence in its purest form is so hard, and it's so appreciated now that I got 3 kids. It's like, just give me a moment, y'all. All right, so let's go through the I hates. I hate this. I hate running up to that. I feel great once I'm on the downhill, but this adjustment is 0 fun. Here we go. All right, 3 miles left, y'all. We're almost there. My body definitely wants a bio break, but if I sit down, because we know what bio break means, if I sit down, it's gonna be very hard to get up. I would do it if it's necessary, because I'm not a fan. Oh, that was wet. Gross. Oh, soggy sock. Crap. One more climb. Welcome to Tamagawa. slippy, slippery. Ah! Tamagawa. I gotta get away from these cars. They're ruining my focus. It's like, I don't know, probably 6 o'clock now. We started at 4:20ish. Whew. One more dangerous turn up there, and it's all straight, kinda. But thanks for joining me on an exhausting river run. We're doing great. Everyone's had an awesome attitude today. Major props to you. Keep up the good work, bud. It's wet. How's it still wet? We've been out here for over an hour. Alright, so right now we're pushing up towards mile 9, I think. Mile 9 should be near the baseball field. Oh no, I got brain fog. All I know is walking seems much more comfortable than what I'm doing, which is why it will be a treat at the end of the next 2-something miles. It's like a reward. Then I get to take my cold shower and my hot bath and end it with another miserable cold shower to help with inflammation. I'm thinking about trying to record a podcast while I do my cold shower routine. Naturally no video, because that's not appropriate, but just call it shower thoughts. Because I have my best ideas in the shower. So like, why not? Birds. Wow, because I must. Why is it so wet? Sound effects. Make the make the world go round. So actually, friends, this is like a great example of conditioning though. Like, yes, it's wet. Yes, it's cold. Yes, it's sad. But like, overall, my form is actually pretty solid. There's some tweaky things in my left knee right now, in my right ankle and foot. Lower back is pretty darn steady. Right shoulder blade's in the pocket. It's not always in the pocket. And cardio, breath work wise, like for talking as much as I have been, I haven't lost control as I'm wheezing out here. So like, we're doing good. 9! Yeah, that was a longer one. We changed the battery. No worries. So that means, friends, 2 more miles. That's nothing. I mean, think about how many miles we've already run. Allegedly 9. Yeah, you're gonna be ready for the half marathon in 2 weeks. All right. Okay. Not enjoying it. And neither are you. So here's where we start. Doing mental gymnastics. It's these last 2. Literally, like a minute and a half ago, we were like elated, and now we're like, 2 miles is too far. So then I'm like doing like the bargaining with God. I'm like, okay, like it's 2 more miles, but we already ran 9. So if we walk, the distance still counts. And like, half marathon wise, like, that's still a pretty good time. It was a pretty consistent pace for like 80% of it. That's a B. A B is great. Most of the people I know aren't getting a B on long distance running. Oh God, puddles. Oh. Most of the people I know are at home, sleeping like normal people. Who's the insane one now? It's me. I'm the crazy one. So I was like, let's just stop. Let's just walk. A B is better than almost everyone. But what you gotta really do, I'm talking this one out for me and for you, you can't compare your grade to the nominal. You can only compare it to yourself. And you gotta look at where you're at right now in comparison to where you were. And injuries and stuff aside, like, think about how hard you pushed last time. And can you do the same, or can you do better? And sometimes the answer is no. And that is okay. I'd argue at least 60% of the time, or more, the answer could probably be maybe. The answer could probably be Yes, but I don't want to. The answer could probably be yes, but I'm able. Yes, but I can. Yes, but I will. Even though I don't want to be here. Yes, but I really just want to go take, a bathroom break. Can I take a break? I'll run faster if I take a break. No. Well, maybe, we'll see. That's why I said 60%. Oh man, it was a long run I did. And the night before, I found this new Indian restaurant and I got excited. And I was like, oh, they have a temperature scale up to 10. Let's go. Let's not go. Bad idea. There was a stop literally every 1.5 miles. It was the worst decision. I think I still got 7 miles in, but it was bad. It was so bad. I left a trail all along this river. All right. A trail within the bathrooms. Sorry. So anyway, folks, for that comparison talk, because I know we're all struggling at this point, pushing, trying to squeeze a little more out. What I have to do as I'm losing pace, as I'm cold, as I'm wet, as I'm thirsty, as I'm tired, is I gotta tell myself, last week you did 10 and you pushed the 10 and it was hard, but you ran 12-minute miles and you ran all 10 of them and it sucked and you were sore for 3 days. But right now, at mile 9.5, actually I'm not, am I at 9? Yeah, at mile 9.5, you feel better and stronger with better form, better cardio. So getting to 10 should not even be a conversation. Getting to 10 is like the minimum for me, where I am today. Not necessarily for you, where you are. Right? You gotta find your minimum and find your push and get that over time. Maybe you found this on accident and you're like, oh, I'll run to the treadmill on this. And today, like, your minimum is 1.5 miles. Hats off to you. And maybe you listen to the rest of this like a podcast. I don't know, that'd be kind of crazy. But you keep playing this video, you keep working up to it, and put it in the comments in 6 months. Like, hey, yo, I got my 11 miles. Took me a couple months, but I got it. That's what it's about. Comparing against yourself. Stepping up little by little. Oh, running into the wind. In the rain. And it's cold. So yeah, mile 10 has to be my minimum. Even though my legs are sore, even though I'm tired of running in the flippin' rain, I'm not done. I'm just here. This is my present reality. There's nothing I can do to change. I'm here and it sucks the whole time. But it'll be worth it. Worst part, I mean, there's lots of worst parts here today. Worst part is when we hit mile 10. We're gonna want to be like, yay, 10 miles. Let's walk the last one. And as we're navigating that psychological tension at the 11th mile, literally, like the first thing we have to do is run up and down 2 flights of stairs to work our way towards the ravine. And then that ravine run is almost all uphill. It's gradual, but we feel it. And knowing my luck, now that it's been raining, there's gonna be like a ravine is closed due to dangerous rain. I say that because it's happened to me before, and if it is, I gotta like bounce the run out down a highway. It's just soul sucking. It's so bad. But we don't have to think like that yet, but we should be prepared for it, because that's all we can do. But at least we're not that miserable bro riding a bicycle in the rain for some reason. Why would you do that? It's so wet. My socks are wet. I don't even have anything to look forward to. Like, once I get home, it's a cold shower. Wow, because I was... Well, at least he's happy. He's gonna go fish. He has to go fishing in the rain. It's miserable. Why would you stand in the rain? It's cold. Go catch fish another day. Woo! Alright, so now around mile 11, or no, mile 10, pushing towards 10. Things are getting tendony in my knee. Form is struggling. There's fatigue in a lot of spaces. I'm gonna try to lean into it. But, and as I mentioned, like for you, be safe. I can push because I trained up over, God, at this point, like 160 days of consistent strength and running. 160 days. That's pushing towards half a year.
Total distance 10 miles.
10 miles!
9 hours, 5 minutes, 6 seconds, 2 miles.
Still on 12s. 12:06 is good in the rain. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. This is a great test on if the GoPro is truly waterproof. Whew. But yeah, I can push up to this, even though there's some tweaky, tingly, uncomfy things. But I'm not pushing into the injury zone. Everyone has an injury zone for different movements and different exercises. Stay out of that zone. It is not worth it. It sets you back 4 months. It ruins all momentum. Okay? So you gotta respect that zone. You gotta know your body. Now, this is an area that kind of comes with experience, but like, I'm done. I'm totally done. Mentally, I'm done with this experience. But, so because of that, but because I still am a completionist, I want to check the box. I want to say 11 miles complete, right? Oh, these rocks always get me. I want to check that box. So what you'll see me do, or what I'm trying to fight anyway, is my pace will creep because I want to end the discomfort. So I'll try to run faster and I'll get winded instantly because the stamina, the endurance, is just not there anymore. You know, we're pushing towards fumes. So because of that, I have to mentally fight to have realistic expectations as I'm pushing myself. I have to tell myself this last mile will be 12 minutes long, not 6. You can't run a 6-minute mile, and you shouldn't. You know? So we gotta push. Why are you riding a motorcycle down a wet hill? What are you doing, bud? Yeah, here's our hill. It sucks. Our pace is falling off on this because I just can't cardio through it. Whew. And I need the rail because my left knee isn't having it. And we have to wait and be safe. All right, keep it going. Because I almost. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Yeah, and on that stair, the flexion on my left knee, which was my injured knee, was a no-go. Loading it just wasn't right. So I had to pull back on that one for sure. But even with doing that, now I gotta get back in the cardio. I gotta get back and moving within a safe range of motion, which we are operating within. It's not comfortable, it's not fun, but we're here and we're gonna make it. Running, it's fun when it's done. Sometimes what I like to do at this part in the journey is it's like a memory game. So right now I'm talking with you, so it's hard to do it, but I will literally like try to dissociate from the experience because now it's uncomfy. Now it feels like I've been running too long. Now I don't want to be here, even though I've had that thought for 2 hours, right? But what I can do, I normally save it for near the end, like within, typically I do this in the last quarter of any long distance run, half marathon. Gosh, I mean, even if you're running a mile around the track, I would do it in high school, is I visualize what I did. A lot of people, and it's okay, both are fine, they're just techniques. A lot of people, like before a big fight, even before a big meeting, will like visualize success. You know, if they're a boxer, they'll like visualize standing over whoever they defeated, right? They'll see their face on the ground. They'll visualize the arms going up. They visualize the victory and they press on towards that. That's great. That's a wonderful, wonderful visualization technique. Let me get my breathing. right. That's a wonderful technique. But for me, it doesn't work. Because for me, similar to the line running and tricking myself, like if I visualize the end of the run, it's me on the ground in an exhausted lump, knowing that I just had to struggle bus through another 3 miles. Like my mind just goes towards the another 3. Oh my god, another mile. Oh my god. Like visualizing where I'm going is so hard. So a lot of times, not always, I look at my feet, or I look just in front of me. I focus on the immediacy. But sometimes I glance up to see where we're going, if it's in a healthy posture. But at this point in the game, I ain't got that posture. I'm tired. It sucks. I have no fight, right? So what I do is I visualize what I've done, and I dissociate into that running experience. So what I mean is I visualize where I started the run and how my body felt. I visualize the anxiety I had when I was starting the journey. If I planned on running 10, if I planned on running 8, what I thought I could do versus what I wanted to challenge myself to do. And then I literally see where the run started. I see where the first half mile was. I remember running down the steps of the ravine, running along the river. I remember being unsure if recording a run would it even be worth it to me or to someone else. I remember thinking, could it be an encouragement? I remember by mile 2, mile 3, being surprised that I had solid form, but also being surprised that I was so winded, that I wasn't used to the pacing of breathing and talking with someone online. You know, I remember from mile 4 to 5, creating that space for quiet and reflection. Yeah, I remember from miles 6 and 7, pushing myself around that turning point, continuing to trot along the river, looking across and realizing I'm over halfway. I'm gonna get to that other side. But I have abdominal pressure. I remember, you know, mile 8, GoPro dying, changing the batteries, walking, doubting whether or not I was gonna finish, if I could finish, if I should finish, if I should even turn the GoPro back on, if I should even post the video. You know, there's all these fears, all these doubts. I remember having a lot of abdominal pressure on my body saying, hey, you've been going a while. Let's stop. Let's take a break. Whew. That one's really fun. I've never seen that. Puddle. Whew. You know? So like, that's what I do. Mile 9. I remember mile 9 and 10. Talking through the minimum threshold that it would be unacceptable to not hit 10 based on comparison to me in my journey the week before, even though I had doubts, even though I was exhausted. I had to be honest with myself in order to push. I remember mile 10 to 10 and a half, talking with all of you. Woo, this is super dangerous. Normally the water's not flowing on top of the sidewalk like this. I'm very aware of footing, in case any of you are concerned. So I'm being very careful. And this area actually is kind of the most sketch. But I have a plan. Like if I fell in, even though it's a river, even though there's some movement, Like, I know the areas where it's low enough to stand, even though it's a little higher, and where I pull myself out. But if there's other people coming, I gotta be careful. But yeah, you know, so miles 10 and a half to 11, we found a little rhythm. We got close. We were able to finally see the light that we're gonna make it. This is the bad spot. I'm gonna let this person go. I'll keep my legs moving, but that's too narrow for me and for them. Whew. So let's enjoy a waterfall for a minute. We literally probably stopped at like 10.92. It's a nice waterfall though. I'm very blessed to live where I live. Especially someone who enjoys running. To be able to get out here on a morning, super cool. All right, let's finish. Let's finish. We're right there. Let's be safe though, because these are sketchy. This is scary runs. But like, so for me, that retrospective visualization really helps, because like, I didn't feel that last 0.7 miles. I just did it. And I talk through that in my head. Sometimes I will do it 2 or 3 times if I need it. Because it's just my 11.
25 seconds. Seconds per mile.
Let's get under the bridge. But hey friends, appreciate you. Thanks for being part of the journey. I hope that's encouraging. I've never done this before. I'm really interested in continuing to provide good running content, good fitness content, so that you can take your next best steps. I'm a larger guy. It's hard for me to do these things, but I think bringing people along in the journey is what's going to be a blessing. So I'm going to make my way back home, celebrate 11 miles. I'll do a stretch, which I'll eventually record in the future. I call it Moose Stretch, in honor of my trainer. I'm going to go be a dad. But you all keep changing the world. Till next time, see you around.